Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing well. So I wanted to come to you guys with this video because I saw something online yesterday that caught my attention, and it mostly caught my attention because I have covered this story before. Now, on the right, you have Centoya Brown and her husband, Jamie Long. If you don't know who Centoya Brown is, there was a lot of hubbub, a lot of talk about her a little over a year ago when she was released from jail. She was the young 15-year-old girl who was sentenced to life in prison for murder. And a lot of celebrities got behind the whole situation, and she was granted clemency in Tennessee. Okay. Now, on the left, you have Jamie Long. That is the same man in the picture with Centoya Brown, and and his ex-wife, Pam Long. Now, Pam Long, most people know Pam from Total. And when Jamie had married Centoya Brown, he actually got married to her while she was still incarcerated. A lot of people were trying to get Pam to talk about it. What do you think of this whole situation? Because her and Jamie had, they had long been over. And so Pam had come out and talked. She talked extensively about her marriage to Jamie. Okay. And like I said, I've done several videos on the situation. And the reason why I actually took an interest in the whole thing is because I was amazed at how the celebrities how they get behind certain situations. All right. And so when Centoya got out, she was doing her press run. She had put out a book. I was kind of on the unpopular opinion side of this whole situation and how I viewed the entire case. And I haven't even watched the whole thing on Netflix because I felt like I didn't need to. I just had a very different opinion than everyone else on this situation. But this is not about Centoya. She's living their life. They're doing their thing. You don't hear shit about her and her husband. Now, when this whole thing came out about Centoya and Jamie, they're living their lives, they're doing press runs, they went on the Breakfast Club, and Jamie alluded to the fact that his ex-wife, Pam, was gay. He had said a lot of things about her. He felt that she was jealous of what was going on between him and Centoya, and that she was out there making very disparaging remarks against him. Okay? So, this was during their press run, Centoya and Jamie Long's press run. Now, a lot of people didn't trust Jamie because they felt like, how are you marrying this girl who's been in jail for shit? She was about 30 years old when she got out. She's been in jail for the longest time, and now you marrying this young lady. A lot of people were not trusting that whole situation. So Pam, on her own podcast, came out and made some pretty strong allegations against Jamie. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, courtesy of T-Sir Cold. I got this off her IG. This is Pam talking about her ex-husband because, again, I told you he accused her of being gay. All right. Which was one of the reasons why he felt like they got married anyway, to kind of hide that whole situation. So I want you to go ahead and take a look at these they're 3 minutes, I guess, of clips of
I didn't want to lose the catch. I didn't want to lose the catch. And then to address the fact of someone saying in the interview of me wanting to be married, why would I want to be married to somebody that treated me some sort of kind of way? Because of the fact that when I got married to you, I never wanted to separate. One thing with me is that I made a covenant before God. You told me that it was just a piece of paper. That's what you said to me. It was just a piece of paper. How about the man that forces himself on women? Do you remember that night? You want to go there. Come on. I don't think you really want to talk about you. So my thing is that all the lies, and like I said to anybody else, come on, hook me up to any machine that you want to hook me up to. But I don't think you can sit down and be comfortable hooked to something, telling all of these lies that you're saying. And then you're going to talk about me sleeping with women. I've never, and I told you before, because let's address this. I remember when you said something to me, and you said something about one of my friends. You was like, oh, is that your girl? And I said, Jamie, I said, how you going to say something to me like that? And you was like, I'm just playing. I was like, don't play with me like that. I said, because I know I know what I used to do. And I've said it before, I've never been gay. Have I slept with women? Yes, I have. Did I enjoy doing what I was doing? Yes, I did. But did Pam say that she was gay? I wasn't never gay. Listen, I was looking for something in somebody. I got the attention that I wanted. I got something that I felt like was going to make me feel better about myself. And that's what I got from the situation. Because if I was gay, that's what I would have said, that I was gay. But I do know that whatever it was that I was going through in my life, that God has delivered me. So if you want to talk something, please speak it from the truth, not from these lies. And then if those of you that didn't watch from the beginning of Pam's World, I encourage you to go back, because when Pastor first got on here, the first thing that she said was that I'm not gay. Because it's in the story that is up right now saying that Pam is selfish. That's what you put out there. Pam was selfish. Selfish of her to say what? Selfish of me what? To warn the woman that you're with now about who you really are? It wasn't selfish. It was me reaching out woman to somebody to say, hey, sister to sister, be careful. Because this dude is a wolf in sheep's clothing, honey. And if nobody else knows it, I do. I do. And his family knows it too. They just don't speak on it.
Now, that podcast is fairly long, which I actually did a video about that a long time ago, and I will put the link under it. But she also basically accuses him of forcing himself on her while they were married. She says a lot more than that, but these are the clips that I were able to kind of pull together, like I said, courtesy of T. Serve Cole. She accuses him of some other stuff. I mean, Pam goes on to talk about how she wasn't making any money. They had to live with her mama or his mama. It was just a mess. It was just a mess. She's basically was saying that Jamie is not to be trusted. He's a snake in the grass. This young lady needs to be careful. And that's the only reason why she came out and said anything. And of course, a lot of people accused of being bitter, of being hateful because this man has moved on. And it was a lot more. It was a lot more. Like I said, I will go ahead and make sure that I put the previous videos, pardon me, the previous videos that I have made about this whole situation in the description box. So when she came out and said that, a lot of people took her side. You know, while a lot of people thought she was bitter and she was angry and she was jealous, a lot of people, especially when you accuse someone of that, right? Didn't Jada Pinkett's mom come out recently and said that her husband had forced himself upon her, right? Pam said the same thing. She alluded to the same exact thing, saying that Jamie pretty much assaulted her, right? And that he was just a bad man and that he was not trustworthy. He was not to be trusted, and she was attempting to warn Centoya Brown about him because he wasn't trustworthy. That's all I can say. Now, it's interesting to me because yesterday I was just cruising, scrolling along, and I saw Pam, and it looked like she had made some kind of short video, and I did see it. She actually tagged Paris Milan because Paris Milan has also covered this. But she basically comes out and confesses to lying on her ex-husband. And when I saw this, my mouth dropped a bit because I'm like, well, Pam, to make such a strong allegation and then to basically admit that you lied, that's a lot. That is a whole lot. So what I'm going to do is I went ahead and, I recorded it. I'm going to go ahead and play her apology. And when I watched it, it just seemed, it rang hollow to me. I just thought that, wow, how foul is that you did that? And if she did that, what else is she possibly lying about? All right. That's effed up to me. It really is. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and actually play the video for you guys of Pam confessing that she lied about what she said Jamie did to her. All right. Woo. I don't know, y'all. Anyway, go ahead and watch this confession from Miss Pam from Toto. Take a look at this, y'all.
I come before you today with deep regrets concerning the statement that I'm about to make. On October the 20th, 2019, for my show Pam's World, I made a comment about my ex-husband, Jamie Long, and that comment was that he forces himself on women. And right after that, I said, do you remember that night? I was telling the world that my ex-husband, not even basically, I was telling the world that my ex-husband forced himself on me sexually, and that was a lie. Jamie, I'm sorry for what it is that I have said about you. I'm sorry for the shame that I have brought to your name, to your family, to you, your wife, your mom, your sister, and those who love you. Also to my family, to my church family, to my friends, to those who love me, who had no idea that this was a lie that I said concerning Jamie. I ask that you forgive me as well. Jamie, I'm sorry, and I know that sorry does not make up for what it is that I have said. But I ask that you will find it in your heart to forgive me for what it is that I've done to you and to your family.
Now that's wrong to me. That is absolutely wrong. Now, whatever she has said and alluded about, about her ex-husband and what he has done to her can all be put into play and can all be questioned because she lied. And last night before I went to bed, I was looking to see if any major blogs picked it up. Now, I haven't seen it this morning if they in fact did. But last night, by the time she had posted this and I went to bed, no one really had picked it up, and I am surprised. She is sitting here confessing that she lied on her ex-husband, and he did not assault her. He did not force himself upon her. Now I'm using those words force because I don't want to get like, and all the dancing in the world, Pam, I love that dance, but all the dancing in the world is not going to get you out of this, girl. I do like that dance though. That's why I put it in here because I just like that shit. I like when she used to do that. But that's not cool what she did. Now, that, they got this whole campaign about believing black women. And when she said all these things about her husband, I was inclined to believe her. A lot of people were inclined to believe that, in fact, he did do this. Remember, this is a man who married Centoya Brown while she was in jail. A lot of people felt like he was doing that because he was hitching his wagon to something that he knew was going to pay off. He knew that there was a lot of celebrity, there was a lot of buzz around Centoya Brown. Now, he married her prior to her getting out. So they had been together for a minute before she got out. But her case had been public. Once Kim Kardashian got a hold of it and all the other celebrities started like, oh, free Centoya Brown. She was known. They knew who she was. Now, there was no guarantee that she was going to get out. But when you had all these celebrities pushing and pushing and pushing, she, again, was granted clemency. Again, that's a different story for a different day. If you watch my previous videos, you already know how I feel about that. I don't need to reiterate it. I don't need to go back down that road. However, a lot of people felt like because they knew that Centoya had deals, she had book deals going on, she had been making her rounds on TV. A lot of people felt like this dude was an opportunist. Right? He just pop up. He was prior. I don't know what he's doing right now, but when Pam met him and when Pam and him were dating, he was like he used to sing. Matter of fact, I think he was like a part of Pretty Ricky. When one of the guys left, he took over like their spot. I don't know which one left, but he supposedly became like the other member to Pretty Ricky. Now, I don't remember him in Pretty Ricky, right? But he supposedly was that dude. Okay, so because nobody really knew who he was, they assumed that he was going to be an opportunist and take advantage of a Centoya Brown who had just been locked up for 15 years. She jumped on the first, people was like, come on now, she jumped on the first man she could, right? If you've been locked up for 15 years since you was like a teenager. So, like I said, people were inclined to believe Pam in this and all the things that she alleged that he did. And now, listen, everything that Pam has said now, you can go back and look at all the stuff that she said. I wouldn't blame anybody if they said, well, shit, everything you said is a lie. We can't believe anything you said, because once you make an allegation like that, or once you make a big ass lie like that, and then your shit blow up, you confess to actually lying. Why should anybody believe anything you say? And then just kind of like, she apologizing to him, she apologizing to his family, his friends, her church, and then she in the live, or she in the little recording, and that's the end of it, as if it should be the end of it. That's not cool. You don't get to lie on somebody with a strong allegation like that when you know that something like that out there in the world could end opportunities for people. Matter of fact, it could get them locked up. And then to just be like, well, I'm sorry to my family, my friends, the church, Jamie. Okay. All right. Thank you. And that's the end of it. I just don't know if that really should be the end of it when you lie and make a very strong allegation against somebody in that manner. All right. This ain't somebody saying like, yeah, he ate the last piece of chicken in the box. This is not like that kind of like thing you can just kind of brush over. Like, oh, that ain't. You said that he forcibly put himself upon you. Again, I'm trying to avoid using the words. Now, had Jamie been bigger, because to be perfectly honest, don't nobody know him like that. But say he had been what you might consider more visible. Or even in this case, who knows what opportunities he did lose because of what she said. Who knows? Who knows if that had caused some tension between him and his wife? She's super spiritual now. She quotes the Bible all the time. And I'm not saying that that's not real. I'm just saying that this is what Pam put out there. And she put it out there as gospel truth. And now she just wants to come back and say, oh, you know what? I wasn't telling the truth. That didn't happen. I lied. And then it's just supposed to be over. And I just don't think that that's okay. That's just not okay. You can't lie on people, especially about something as strong as he did this to me. Oh no, he didn't really do that to me. Let's move on. That's not okay. And I'm just curious as to how you guys think that people should handle this. Now, again, it don't affect my life personally. It don't affect any of our lives personally. However, we do know that for the most part, it is already hard enough for women to be believed when it comes to allegations of this kind of stuff, of being assaulted. People doubt them. They don't want to believe them. And then you come forward and say that this did happen to you, and now you're sitting here saying you lied. And so now all the people that said that you were bitter and you were angry, when a lot of us was like, no, she's not. She's just trying to warn the girl. You do come off bitter and angry now, Pam, and you did that because you were upset. You did that because you were mad, and that wasn't cool to do. So in any other case, people know that they would be dragging the woman if she came out and confessed that she lied. But Pam got she got the church behind her. So I'm curious as to how they're going to treat what she did. I'm sure they'll forgive her and everything like that, but that's just not okay. That what she did was not okay. And again, I am surprised that it didn't get more traction than it did. Maybe because, again, Pam is not in the public eye in the way that she used to be. She ain't bopping around on the stage with Total anymore, right? She's put out more, spiritual gospel music than anything, right? Which is, to me, that's going to be her cover. That is her cover. She's been forgiven and everything like that. But at the same time, that this ain't cool, because you know how hard it is for folks to believe women, specifically Black women. And now you done sat here and lied on this man. So everything Pam has said prior to this, prior to apologizing, everything can be like taken as a grain of salt. So as far as I'm concerned, none of that shit happened. Everything that she alleged happened didn't happen. And that's fair. That's fair because she lied. She lied. She made a big lie and put out a big lie about this man. All right. And I just wanted to say that. I wanted to talk a little bit about that because I saw it last night I was scrolling, like I said, and I saw her, and I'm like, oh, what Pam up to? And like I saw, she tagged Paris, and I'm like, okay, what is going on? And then she wrote this lengthy ass thing, and I'm like, you girl, did you just lie on this man? You lied. That ain't cool. That is not cool at all. You cannot sit there and make those kind of allegations on people. And now you didn't just, if he wasn't out here clout chasing before off Centoya Brown as people thought, you know he gonna be out here now, and he got every right to come out and say whatever it is he gonna say. So I'm wondering if this is the end of it, if that's the end, or is it going to continue? And you know, he gonna come out because he got a case. If he wants to sue her, he absolutely can sue Pam. Pam, you should have just let them folks went off and been happy. And if anything was real as far as what you said about him being an opportunist and stuff like that, it would have came out. It always come out in the wash. It would have done that, right? But now you didn't just broke up your credibility, smashed it, right? And nothing you say or nothing you said, you know, we can believe anymore. Everything can be put into question when you make a lie like that, y'all. So anyway, I ain't gonna keep dawdling and keep going on and on and on, although it seems like I am. I'm not. And I just want to know what you guys think about this whole thing, especially if you've watched my previous videos. What do you think? Sound off below. Let me know. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. See y'all on the next video. Take care, y'all.